All right, welcome. Welcome to this presentation on how to attract beautiful women, make more money, and become more masculine with cold approach. So first what I want to do is I want to remove the stigma around cold approach. All right, if you've been watching my videos for quite some time, you may have noticed I tend to use the term cold approach a lot. All right, what is cold approach? Essentially, it's when you see a woman that does not know who you are and you do not know who she is, but you happen to have some interest in her, and now you're going to approach her. This would be considered a cold approach. Now, you also have something called a warm approach where the woman has shown some kind of interest. Maybe she gave you eye contact or, maybe flipped her hair and smiled at you or whatever, she gave some kind of interest. So that would be more of a warm approach. And then a hot approach would be when you already know the girl is into you. Um, but cold approach is a term I use a lot because this is how I solved my dating issues, right? I was struggling with women, meeting women, attracting women, having romantic and sexual connections with women, and I leveraged cold approach to handle that. Now, cold approach is similar to selling, which is probably the reason why most men don't want to do it. Cold approach is something that most men don't want to do. Right? They'd rather figure out how to use a dating app, or they'd rather use social circle, or they'd rather a girl just fall in their lap. But the last thing they want to do is cold approach. Usually, you know, there's a certain type of man who's interested in doing cold approach. Usually a man who's quite courageous, you know, or maybe he's not that courageous, but he wants to tap into that version of himself. Like he knows there's a version of himself that could be more courageous, that could be more bold, that could get out there and start approaching women. It's a certain type of man, not the average man. The average man is not interested in cold approach, right? And cold approach is about selling. It's about selling yourself and your lifestyle to women. That's why I was saying it's similar to selling because it is selling, right? You have to persuade a woman um to give you her phone number and go on a date with you, and she doesn't know who you are. So you have to learn how to sell yourself and your lifestyle to women. Now, it's not like you're this big, you know, crazy salesman that's like, hey, this is what I do and this is what I'm about and this is no, it's not like that. You figure out, you learn a well calibrated style of communication that demonstrates attractive qualities that basically sells your character, your personality, your lifestyle, your beingness to the woman, and she sees you as someone she would want to um, continue having conversation with, or continue the communication with, or continue getting to know. Now, whether you like it or not, you are a salesperson. Anytime you've had to convince or persuade someone to do something, you're engaging in sales. Okay, so some men are not interested in getting into cold approach because it's similar to sales. You're basically going around and talking to people that you don't know, whatever. But you're already selling. You're already selling. Anytime you have to convince or persuade someone to do something, you're engaged in sales. Anytime you've been a part of a fundraiser, anytime you've auditioned for a role in a play or some type of event, anytime you've been interviewed in a job or had to convince someone to do something they didn't want to do, you've been in a position of selling. Okay. Maybe, you've been selling in more warm situations where you kind of know who the person is or they know who you are, but it's still selling. And, cold approach is about selling to people who you don't know, or specifically women who you don't know. How can you persuade or convince a woman into wanting to spend time with you in a romantic and sexual way? And one of the things you'll face when selling is failure and rejection. And this is something you'll face with cold approach. This is another reason why men don't want to do cold approach, because they're trying to do everything in their power to avoid failure and rejection. That's how most people are living. They're running away from failure, they're running away from rejection. And in a past video, I talked about this. We've been brainwashed to think that we are right here in the middle. Failure and rejection is on the left side, and success is on the right side. That's bullshit. We are right here on the left hand side. Failure and rejection is in the middle, and success is on the right hand side. So if you really want to be successful in selling, in life, in life in general, you have to be willing to face fear, failure, and rejection, because that is a stepping stone towards success. Like, it's on the path towards success. Like, it's unavoidable. If you're avoiding failure and rejection, you're avoiding success. So the thing with cold approach, um, the reason I stand by it and I speak on it, and I'm gonna just straight up say I love cold approach, is because it teaches you how to be a better salesman. Meaning, it teaches you how to be more persuasive, how to be more attractive, how to be more compelling, how to be more engaging, right? How to be more seductive. You have to learn how to convince a stranger to spend more time with you. You have to convince a stranger. When cold approach, it's not even about convincing the woman to be a friend. You're convincing her to be a romantic or sexual um, partner. Like, you would have to really work on certain things in order to be able to pull that off consistently. And so that's those skills or those abilities, you'll be able to leverage those not just with women, but in your day to day, right? You become more confident, you become more desensitized to failure and rejection, right? You become more courageous, you become more perseverant. These qualities, you can leverage these qualities in business, in the workplace, with family and friends, with any communication you're having, right? So, selling requires courage and perseverance, right? And so does cold approach. You need the balls to be able to walk up to someone and start a conversation and control the frame and lead the conversation in the direction you want it to go, which is you basically getting this woman to see you in a romantic and sexual way, so that you can get what you want out of the relationship. If it's love, if it's sex, if it's whatever it is, right? You have to demonstrate certain qualities and valuable traits that a woman wants in her life, to the degree that she would be interested in exchanging with you. Like, okay, you have that value, you have those qualities. Okay, well, here's what I'll give you in return. I will give you romance, or I will give you sex, or I will give you whatever it is, right? Now, nobody wants to face failure and rejection. Nobody wants to muster up courage and display perseverance to get women. Most men are looking for a quick fix or a shortcut to success, And if you're looking for a quick fix or a shortcut to success, expect to keep going around in circles. Expect to keep running around on a hamster wheel. Because, as I said, in order to get to success, you have to go through rejection and failure. If you're avoiding rejection and failure, you're avoiding success. You're trying to find a quick fix or a shortcut to success. Show me the quick fix. Show me the shortcut to success. I've been in the dating community since, man, I don't even know how long. It's been a minute. I've been a coach for about 2 years, but I've been in the dating community since 2012. That's when I really started going out and actually taking action. I was in it before then, but I have not I have not come across no quick fix or no shortcut. You have to actually develop confidence. You have to actually develop attractive communication skills. You have to actually develop a lifestyle, or create a lifestyle that is attractive. You have to develop a personality and a character that is attractive. There ain't no quick fix. Anything that you can do quickly, well, you can lose it quickly, right? Anything you can get quickly, you can lose it quickly. That's how I see it. So look, cold approach, is frowned upon, right? Cold approach is frowned upon because it's similar to sales. Sales is frowned upon. But why? Why is it frowned upon? Sales happens to be one of the highest paying professions in the world, but it's also one of the most despised professions. And cold approach is similar in that it can give you amazing rewards when done well, but it's also frowned upon by society. The reason sales and cold approach has gotten a bad reputation is because most people aren't good at sales or cold approach, right? The people who are doing sales and doing cold approach are giving it a bad reputation because they're not doing it well. When sales is done well, you're going to love the salesman because they help you to understand the product or the service and help you to see how it will benefit you and help you make a educated decision. A woman will love a man who cold approaches her if he does it the right way, because he's gonna give her an experience through his communication. When a man approaches a woman with confidence and communicates in an attractive way, and has engaging creates an engaging conversation for the woman where she can fall into a fantasy world where she can be present to the moment and enjoy an amazing emotional experience, because a man is so grounded in his masculinity, grounded in his beingness, and he can create that space for two people to just enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other's energy. A woman will love that, even if she is taken or has other things to do or whatever. If you approach a woman with that amazing grounded masculine energy, with that positive enthusiastic vibe, with that relaxed beingness that makes her feel safe, she's gonna appreciate that, man. But when the salesman is manipulative, when the salesman doesn't give a shit about you, he only cares about the product, when he's pushy, right? You don't like that. It's not a good experience. And when the guy's cold approaching the woman and he's so thirsty and he's just so um uncalibrated and doesn't have her best interest in mind, he only cares about you know getting laid. That's not gonna be a good experience for the woman. That's annoying. That's creepy. That's weird. So when a salesman has your best interest in mind and helps you purchase great products that improve your quality of life, then everything is fine and dandy. And the same goes for cold approach. As I said, if you approach a woman in a confident, grounded, masculine manner, with a smile on your face, with detachment from the outcome, so you're not resisting her communication and forcing her to feel like she needs to act a certain way in the conversation. Like, you allow her to be who she is, and you are being who you are, and you're present to the moment. That is an approach that most people would love to experience. So yeah, like sales, cold approach has taken on a bad reputation because men have used manipulation and aggressive communication when approaching women. And of course, that leads to unpleasant experiences for those on the other side of the selling or the approach. I don't want to be sold a product or service by someone who is trying to manipulate me or is using aggressive um pressure based communication to try to get me to buy his product or service. And the same way that I don't like that, I must also understand that a woman would not like if I approached her and try to manipulate her and was trying to be pushy and pressuring her into giving me her number and all that shit. No, it's unpleasant. It makes you start to like not want to talk to people and stuff like that and be closed off because these unpleasant negative experiences, right? That's why cold approach and sales has gotten a bad reputation because people doing it incorrectly. But what happens when you're sold to by a good salesperson? Have you ever been sold to by a good salesperson? It actually feels good. You actually may even buy more things than you probably would have because you enjoyed the sales process so much. Or you may come back for more. You may be a repeat buyer. Or you may end up spending more money than you thought you would because you enjoyed we enjoy being sold to. We like to buy things, but we like to feel good about it. And we like there to be um like there needs to be like an actual benefit too. It can't just feel good and the product is trash. Like we want to feel good about buying a product and we also want to get the benefits of it. And what happens when a woman is approached by a man who's good at cold approach? Bro, you make her day. You sweep her off her feet. You give her something to talk about to her friends, talk about to her family or whoever she's cool with. Man, this guy came up to me. He was so cool, or he was so cute, or he was so funny, or he was so confident, or he was whatever, or he was crazy. They may even say you. There's a way to approach a woman and come off as kind of crazy, but it's like a you know what it is? It's kind of like enthusiastic, maybe the better word. Like you're high energy and you're so confident, and she's like, "Whoa, who is this guy?" That's what you want. You want to create um a memorable experience. Like that's what a great salesperson is. Like he makes you remember the sales process. He makes you remember the experience of buying the product. That's what we want to do when we cold approach a woman. We want her to it's not even so much her remembering the approach, the feeling of it. You want her to remember the feeling. You want her to feel me when I approach a woman. I want her to feel um curiosity. I want her to feel excitement. I want her to feel joy. I want her to feel peace. I want her to feel love. I want her to feel relaxed, gratitude, intrigued. I want her to feel like a sense of mystery, like what is this guy? There's certain feelings you got to ask yourself, what feelings? I don't want her to feel awkward. I don't want her to feel um like sad or pissed off or frustrated or annoyed or you know any type of negative quality emotion. I don't want her to feel that. Maybe I might want her to feel a little fear, just like fear out of, oh, this is different, this is stepping into the unknown a little bit. That's fine. But as far as negative emotion, because fear, I don't know it. I don't know if it's always a negative emotion, you know, but it could be considered one. So if there was one, it would be fear. I want her to feel a little fear. It's kind of like I said, we're stepping into the unknown. A man is showing up in her life that's not the average man. There should be a little fear, aka, because can also be looked at as excitement or nervousness, right? Right, like you may experience fear when you go on a roller coaster. It's not really a negative thing. It just means you're excited, like, oh my gosh, I'm going on a roller coaster. That's what I want her to feel. So how do we change this stigma around cold approach, which is a similar stigma that's been attached to sales? Go from a self-centered approach to a win-win approach. If men would approach women with this mentality, the win-win mentality, code approach would have a better reputation. Same thing with sales. If sales people were being taught how to sell with a win-win approach or a win-win perspective, it would be a lot better. There would be a lot better reputation around selling. Self-centered means it's all about you. It's all about what you want, and you're not have the other person's best interest in mind. You just care about what you want. When you have the win-win approach, you're thinking about what you want, but you're also thinking about how can I make sure the other person gets what they want too. So they happily give me what I want. See what I'm saying? So how can a cold approach that gets you more women, and I should also say higher quality women. If you get once you get good at cold approach, you start attracting quality women. How can cold approach get you more money, and how can it make you more masculine? Well, let's start with women. Cold approach gives you the opportunity at any time of the day, any place, anywhere you can find women. It gives you the opportunity to go and meet women. It gives you the opportunity to go and get dates, go and get phone numbers, go and create connections with women, go and create abundance. The ability to walk up to a woman, look her in the eye, smile, and in a confident manner, express yourself. Whatever you're feeling in the moment. Hey, I thought you were attractive. I wanted to come and say hi. Hey, I wanted to come and meet you real quick. I thought you looked interesting. Hey, my name is Trey. How are you? Hey, what's up? It's really that simple. Is it that easy? I don't know. There is approach anxiety is a thing. Fear of rejection is a thing. Fear of failure is a thing. So yeah, it's simple, but it's not necessarily easy. Can it get easy? Yes. Right? If we can overcome these fears that are blocking you, what's really stopping you from getting good at cold approach is mostly fear. Now, once you overcome the fear, then there are other things we can look at, like, okay, how can you communicate in a more attractive way? How can you become more seductive, right? How can you create more comfort with a woman? How can you transition more smoothly? How can you get numbers more effective? Like, yeah, of course. But the foundational quality that you must have is the ability to walk up to a woman in a confident manner. You should be able to express yourself freely. Like that, before we get into all this other stuff that's being taught, technique, push, pull, push, left, right, up, down, or whatever they got. First, can you walk up to a woman and confidently express yourself without being attached to the outcome and without fearing all these different things? Just relax into the moment and enjoy the conversation. Can you do that? That's a question you need to ask yourself, right? But if you can develop that foundational quality, then you can work on the next things, right? First, it starts off, can you approach a woman with confidence? Then, can you communicate in an attractive manner? Can you make a woman feel comfortable? And can you seduce her? Can you turn her on and make her see you as a romantic or sexual uh, candidate, if you will, right? If you can master those things, or get really good at those things, or even decent at those things I just mentioned, you can start attracting some women ASAP, very quickly, just by using code approach. You can go out right now. One of my favorite places to meet women is the grocery store or the department store. You just go up and say hello. Go up and let the girl know you think she's cute and see what happens. It starts there. And then, you calibrate and get better. Now, how can code approach help you make more money? Well, what happens when you get good at code approach? You start developing a lot of self confidence, right? Because you start overcoming your fears. You start overcoming your fears of rejection. You start overcoming your fears of failure, of judgment, of saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, of looking stupid. You know, you overcome the fear of success. You start to get really comfortable in communication. In different social situations, you increase your social freedom. You learn how to be more persuasive. You learn how to be more compelling, more engaging, more charismatic, more grounded and relaxed in your communication. So many beautiful qualities that you develop that you can apply in the business world, apply in the workplace. If you become a better communicator, if you become more confident, if you have less fear of rejection, less fear of failure, right? You stop caring about the opinions of others, right? You have more social freedom. You don't think you're going to make more money? You don't think you're going to be more persuasive? You don't think you're going to just have a better vibe, better energy so people are going to want to be around you more and it's lead to more opportunities? Of course. If you get better, your life gets better. That means your financial situation is going to get better cuz you're getting better. How does it make you more masculine? Code approaches will really help me develop my masculinity. Okay. Huge part of what helped me develop my masculinity because you're going out there and you're learning how to, so many things you're learning, man. You're learning how to approach a woman in a confident manner. So that means you have to overcome whatever insecurities you got going on. You have to look in the mirror and face yourself. Because when you approach a woman that you find attractive, your insecurities are going to come up. They're going to show up and you're going to see them very clearly and you're going to have to face them. That's another reason why guys don't want to do code approach because it humbles you. It shows you the truth of where you really are. It shows you that look, mister, some women are going to reject you. Can you handle that? Can you handle life? Because rejection's a part of life. Can you handle that? It's going to make you more masculine. You're going to learn how to be more assertive because with women, if you're not assertive, they're just going to, you know, walk past you or reject you or put you in a friend zone. You have to learn how to be more assertive. You have to learn how to lead. If you don't lead, then you're just leaving the conversation or situation up to chance. You learn how to handle tension. You learn how to handle social pressure. You learn how to handle challenges. Right? Women will challenge your ideas, challenge your beliefs, your values. What do you do when you get challenged? Do you break or do you stay grounded and strong and firm in who you are? You learn how to strengthen your frame. You learn how to express yourself freely. You learn how to be more real, right? Depending on how you go about it, because some guys teaching you how to be manipulative and all that stuff, which is unfortunate. But if you do this, if you go about code approach the right way, you're gonna become more authentic. You're gonna become more genuine because you're gonna have less bullshit holding you back from expressing yourself because you're gonna face your insecurities and learn how to overcome them. Past trauma is gonna come up. Traumatic events are gonna come up that have led to the insecurities that you have, and you're gonna have to learn how to come to peace, come to terms with your past traumatic events. You have to learn how to reframe them, learn how to forgive those who may have hurt you in the past. You can't be holding on to your past expecting to create a new future, expecting to become the best version of yourself. The old version of you will have to die. So, without a doubt, code approach is going to get you more women. Without a doubt, code approach is going to make you more money. And without a doubt, code approach is going to make you more masculine. And that's why I stand behind code approach. That's why I believe in it so much, because it helped me in these three areas. And those are three big areas of life. If you're a healthy man, you want women. If you're a healthy man, you want money. You want to be able to handle your finances and handle your bills and all that stuff and your expenses, and also have extra money to do the things you love to do. And if you're a healthy man, you're going to want to be masculine, because masculinity is necessary to get what you want out of life. You can't be passive and just float in through life like a leaf. You're not going to get, you're just going to end up in all type of different situations that you didn't ask for. Your life is going to be random. You don't want, that's not, if you're a healthy man with goals and dreams and a vision, you want specific results. Like, you want to create specific things in your reality. You're going to need that masculine energy to make that happen. All right. So, what to do next? If you want to master the art of cold approach so you can attract beautiful women, make more money, and become more masculine, I have an opportunity for you. Because cold approach is, I'm gonna just be real with you, it's something that is very powerful, and it's something that you definitely want to have in your arsenal, like a skill or an ability. But it's not, maybe for some people it's easy to develop, but for me it wasn't. However, if you learn from someone who has went through the process and knows exactly what you need to do to master code approach, you can speed this up very quickly. What would normally take you years could take you months or even weeks, right? So that's why I developed code approach mastery coaching. This is one-on-one coaching that is designed specifically to help you master code approach so you can attract beautiful women, make more money, and become more masculine. Now, there's 8 one-on-one sessions that we would have together. So that comes up to, what's that, 2 months? 2 months we'd be working together. And week one, I'm gonna help you with goal setting. I'm gonna look at your situation. I'm gonna see where you're at in regards to your dating life. See where you're at in regards to your life in general. Your business, your workplace. How you feel about yourself. Do you feel like a masculine man? Like, we're gonna look at your situation. We're gonna set some goals, some specific goals to go after, and I'm gonna help you with a morning routine and an action plan designed for you to achieve those goals. Right? You probably have multiple goals. There's gonna be like a number one main goal that we're gonna focus in on, but you're gonna have some sub goals, right? Um, and I'm gonna help you with the morning routine, which I think is very important. Having a morning routine which sets you up with the right attitude, with the right mindset, with the right beingness to move you towards your goals every single day, and then having an action plan so you're not going through your day trying to figure shit out. You know exactly what to do to achieve your goals. Okay. And we're going to be leveraging code approach in regards to attracting more beautiful women and making more money and becoming more masculine. Code approach will help you do that. So we're going to leverage that. Now, week two is about overcoming the fear of approaching women and developing godlike self confidence. I'm going to help you overcome the fear of approaching women, which typically consists of the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of hearing the word no, the fear of looking stupid, saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing. Like, I'm going to help you break out of these fears, break free from these fears so you can develop godlike self confidence. This is where you have the confidence to approach any woman, anytime, anywhere, and communicate in a confident and attractive manner. Communicate the way you would want to communicate if you were the best version of yourself. Like, if you had a dream, and how would you approach a woman? Like, what would that sexy version of yourself, that amazing version of yourself, like, that is what I would help you get to, right? And by removing these fears, becoming desensitized to these fears, and just being more relaxed and more centered, more grounded as a man, you show up with godlike self confidence. You just feel powerful. You feel like you can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. And that is the foundation to getting really good at cold approach. You got to have confidence. You got to be able to overcome your fears and make shit happen. So that's week 2. Week 3 is how to approach women in a masculine, attractive manner. So I've seen, I've been approaching women since 2012. I've approached over 1,000 women, well over 1,000 women. I've been around other guys and seen other people approaching stuff. For sure, women love when you approach them in a grounded, masculine, and attractive manner. To me, you want to be grounded in your masculinity. You want to be authentic in your expression, and you want to have the ability to lead a woman throughout the interaction. Those are the 3 main qualities. But since we're doing one-on-one coaching, I will look and see what um what other qualities you can leverage that are unique to you. Every man is a unique individual, and you have certain qualities that make you attractive. I will help you to bring those qualities out in your interactions with women. Those are those qualities that are not being showcased or displayed because of fear. We're gonna help you um, demonstrate those qualities and calibrate it so that it doesn't look like you're bragging or you're trying too hard. It just looks and feels natural. Week 4 is demonstrating attractive qualities through conversation. So it's one thing to approach a woman in a masculine, attractive manner, but can you sustain that masculinity and those attractive qualities through the conversation? Can you remain grounded in your masculinity? Can you remain authentic in your expression? Can you remain the leader of the conversation? Can you consistently communicate um, valuable traits in the interaction? Right? There are specific qualities or traits that you can demonstrate in communication with a woman that will trigger attraction in that woman. And this is literally a science, right? The science of attraction. What triggers attraction in a woman? I'm going to show you how to demonstrate these attractive qualities through your conversation, through your communication, through your sub communication, through your body language, through your tonality, through the look in your eye, through your energy. That's week 4. Week 5 is about creating comfort and connecting with women. So not only do you need to demonstrate attractive qualities, but you need to make a woman feel comfortable, right? There's a certain beingness that you want to develop. It's really about being grounded and centered. And I show you how to become the type of man who people feel comfortable around and want to open up to because you're so relaxed and grounded. There's certain things that you're going to be doing in your morning routine, in your action plan. There's certain meditations, there's certain mindsets, and there's a certain way of communicating that makes a woman feel comfortable with you and makes her open to connecting with you. I'm not saying that you're going to connect with every single woman, but I'm saying that you're going to communicate in a way where a woman will feel open to connecting with you. Because if a woman's not open to connecting with you, it's not going to connect with you, right? So that's week 5. Week 6 is about flirting and sexual escalation. How do you bring sexual energy? For me, it's about bringing sexual energy to the conversation and knowing how to flow with that sexual energy and bring it up at certain points in the interaction, and when to pull it back at certain points. Right? That to me, that's what flirting is. It's like knowing how to um like bring sexual tension to your interactions with women, but knowing how to calibrate it in a way where it's not too much, not too little, and it flows nicely. I will show you, I will demonstrate, you know, on our calls how I do this, and then I'll show you how to do it. Week 7 is about texting and follow up, okay? Once you start getting phone numbers, once you start, meeting women, you have to know how to text them in a way that gets them on a date, essentially. Now, there's a certain way to text women that that leads to you getting them on dates. And for me, it's not about a bunch of like, you know, figuring out all these bunch of different ways to text a woman. It's a specific framework or a specific um system that you follow in regards to texting. It's a specific mindset that you have in regards to texting. Like the whole point of texting, I'll just tell you this right now, the whole point of texting a woman is to meet up with her again, right? You may text her at times just to maybe check how things are going with her, like, right? But in the beginning, like if you just got a girl's number, you're not really doing that so much. It's about meeting up again, right? Once you're dating the woman in your relationship with her, that's different, right? You text her however you want. But in the beginning, it's about texting up and following up to get her on a date. So I show you specific texts that I use to get women on dates and see them again after the initial approach. Week 8 is dating and relationships. So now that you have, developed the skills and the ability to approach women and get their numbers, now you're going to start getting dates. And you got to know how to have successful dates. You got to know how to get women to want to see you on multiple dates, right? You got to learn how to create romantic and sexual relationships, because obviously that's what you want, or you wouldn't be doing this, right? Like you want romantic and sexual relationships with women. You want love and you want sex. And so I show you how to successfully transition from the approach to getting the date, to getting dates, to creating relationships. And this is an 8-week program. It covers everything you need to master code approach. And what I'll also do is I'll hook you up with some bonuses. I'm going to hook you up with my Godlike Confidence program, which is a 28-day program, which a video course where you follow the videos, and by the 28th day, you will feel like you have godlike confidence, which means you'll be able to approach any woman anytime, anywhere, and communicate to her in a confident way, get her phone number, get her on a date. All right. That's what the Godlike Confidence program is designed to do. But it's through videos. So you'll have videos that you can watch, and then it's like day one, do this, day two, do this, day three, do this, right? Get access to the masculine mastermind. The masculine mastermind is designed to make you more masculine, more grounded in your masculinity. Right now, we're doing daily meditation calls. There's specific meditations that I do every day to make me more grounded, more mindful, and help me tap into my higher self. And I share, get some water. I share these meditations with you, and not only that, we do them together. Like we go on a video call, and I turn on the meditations, guided meditations, and we do them together every single day, 10 a.m. Eastern. You get access to all my ebooks. So I've written quite a decent amount of ebooks on pickup, on attraction, on confidence, on grounded masculinity, on dating, on seduction, So you get access to all my ebooks, right? I have one called Unbreakable Game. It's about developing unbreakable confidence and demonstrating that in your communication with women. I have one called The Sexy Beast. It's literally about how to become a sexy beast. One called Grounded Masculinity, which is about how to become grounded in your masculinity. I have one called King Game, how to demonstrate a king archetype in your expression of masculinity. I have another one called Bad Boy, which is how to become more of a bad boy and drop the whole nice guy thing. And I have a couple more ebooks. So you get access to the 8 one-on-one sessions with me. These one-on-one sessions range from 45 minutes to 90 minutes, depending on what we're going over. I give you the information you need to be successful in these different areas. You get all your questions answered. I demonstrate things. We do role playing, everything that is necessary for you to make sure that you are confident in all these areas. And the goal is for you to start meeting women, right? Specifically, most guys who work with me, they're interested in building a rotation, this program will help you build a rotation, right? I'm literally teaching you everything that I've learned since 2012 of going out and approaching thousands of women and studying pickup and attraction and seduction and female nature and all these things. You're getting everything you need. So you're going to be able to, without a doubt, get dates. You're going to be able to create romantic and sexual connections with women. And so you can decide what you want to do from there. If you want to build rotations, if you want to have friends with benefits, if you want to have a girlfriend, whatever you want to do, this program will do it for you. The investment for this opportunity is 2.5K or 3 payments of 1K. All right. So I hope everything was clear here. If you're interested, you can private message me. Just let me know, Trey, I'm interested in your code approach mastery coaching, and we'll go ahead and move forward from there. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next videos. Peace.